Hi, hummingbird friends. Hello, my beautiful friends. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing wonderful. If you are new here, my name is Sienna Noelle. I like to talk about spirituality, a little bit of herbs, and just life. I am in beautiful Santa Barbara right now. We are just coming out of a storm, and I'm actually kind of racing against the clock to get this done before the rain starts up again, so let's get into it. This video is for anybody who has been depriving themselves of nourishment. Nourishment comes in all different forms. There's physical nourishment, there's emotional nourishment, mental nourishment, and spiritual nourishment. But today I'm going to mostly be talking about physical nourishment because I feel like this is something so many of us know is important, but it's something so many of us kind of take for granted in the world that we live in today. So this video is also honestly for me. I was on a walk yesterday and I just realized that there are still times when I take my own body for granted for all the things that it's capable of doing and all of the things that it does for me already on a daily basis without me even having to ask it to do. So I really wanted to highlight the fact that we often take our bodies and everything that they're capable of for granted. On a daily basis, it happens. And I feel like one of the main reasons that we do this is because so many of us are in a state of comfort search. I notice myself taking my body for granted when I'm searching for comfort, when I'm constantly trying to be at my most comfortable state. But the thing that I've realized is comfort does not equal fulfillment. It is not fulfilling to constantly be in a state of comfort. As humans, we really need a balance of comfort and discomfort in our lives to feel fulfilled, to actually feel good. And we've created this society that is so focused on convenience and comfort that we actually have to seek out our own discomfort now because of how comfortable we've made modern living. And the reason it is so important for us to subject ourselves to discomfort or just experience discomfort throughout our lives is because discomfort is a sign that there is growth happening. It's like growing pains. We have these physical aches and pains when we're physically growing as children. And you notice it with emotional pain and mental pain as well. When you're going through those things, it is a period of time where you're subjecting yourself to something new, something unfamiliar, and something uncomfortable so that you can grow through the process and learn how to adapt to this new version or new way of living. So discomfort is really important for our growth. And as a living being on this planet, if you're not growing in some shape or form, you might as well be dead. Plants are a great example of this. Even though they have their winter season where they bring their energy inward and they're not putting all their energy out towards growth, they are in a constant cycle of growing at their own pace. And the only time that growing stops is when their life cycle comes to an end. It's kind of similar for us in the same way. If we're not growing, be it physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever it is, then we're not really living. We're kind of just, I don't know, we're not really living. So I've noticed so many times over the last few years where I have been avoiding my own growth because of the discomfort, because I just want to be comfortable. And I'm really doing myself a disservice because we are such creative and capable beings. It's insane. It's incredible. What the human body and the human mind can do is absolutely incredible. And we just spend so much time constantly searching for comfort. And I don't know about you, but it is never really fulfilling. It never feels like enough. You could always be more comfortable. You could always have more things. Your life could always be easier. But we didn't come here because life is easy. That's not the point. Life is not easy, and it doesn't mean that it always has to be hard, but our constant search to make it as easy as possible is like taking the magic out of ourselves, taking the magic out of what we're capable of as human beings, because it's so beautiful. Physical comfort is definitely something that we prioritize over things. And I find it so counterintuitive because realistically, if you subject yourself to certain physical discomforts like intense exercise, like ice baths, like saunas, those things that are temporarily uncomfortable, you're actually going to be more comfortable in your resting state. Of course, unless you're injured. But I've seen so many people and witnessed within myself that when I don't do those things, when I don't use my body in the way that it can be used, I'm uncomfortable in my resting state. So many people have back pain, so many people have joint pain, so many people have swollen feet and all these physical ailments, and most of those people do not make an effort to move their body or use their body for what it's capable of, and it's really such a shame. And it's completely okay that not everybody is capable of doing the same physical things as other people. The point is to connect with yourself and use your body for what you are capable of doing. Some people don't have legs. Some people don't have the complete lower half of their body, but they make the most of what they've got and they use what they're capable of. And whenever I see those people online, I just think, wow, they're really making the most of what they've got. And I think that's also part of this, is like, so many of us don't do that. Why don't we? Why don't we spend more time being grateful for the things that we have and making the most of what we've got, instead of constantly searching for things that we don't have because we think that that's going to make our life better, when really it just keeps us in this cycle of a never-ending search. So when you are constantly searching for this comfort, you are depriving yourself of so many beautiful things. You're depriving yourself of experiences. You're depriving your body of its capabilities and fully nourishing it. If one of our missions here on earth is to find as much joy as we can within the life that we're given, our body is a huge way to create more joy for ourselves. If we don't nourish our bodies in those ways, we're also not going to be able to fully nourish every other aspect of our lives, because if we're not fully nourished on the physical level, how are we going to fully nourish ourselves on the emotional level or the mental level? Because that stuff is going to get clouded by whatever our body is asking us for that we're ignoring. One thing I'm really focusing on this year is consistency, and I'm focusing on consistency kind of throughout everything that I do, but my physical needs are the main thing that I want to focus on, because I have neglected that so much. I am so guilty of choosing comfort over capability, and I'm done with it. I'm tired of it. I'm so tired of missing out on all of the things that I've already missed out on, and I'm tired of making excuses for myself, because it really is a never-ending cycle. It's one of those things where I don't want to be stagnant, because I don't want to look back at my life and have it be full of, well, I could have. Well, I could have. Well, I could have done this. Well, I could have done that. Why didn't I do that? Because I wanted to be comfortable instead? And we never really know when that day is going to come. We never really know when we reach the finish line of this lifetime. So why wait? Why take our bodies for granted any longer if we don't know when we're not going to be able to use them anymore? When we don't know how long these gifts are going to last, you never know what could happen. And that's not to scare anybody, but it's meant to inspire. If you don't know what's coming, work with what you got. And consistency is the thing that I want to focus on, because it doesn't matter if it's a slow journey. Whatever goals you're trying to accomplish, wherever you're trying to get to, it doesn't matter how long it takes. It's the consistency that really makes a difference. And that doesn't necessarily mean overworking yourself or pushing yourself too hard. Listening to your body is key. If you need a rest day, give yourself that rest day, because everything that grows needs time to rest in order to grow to its fullest. Just remember that you deserve all of the nourishment that you can possibly provide to yourself. Whether that be food, whether that be art, whether that be physical activity, you deserve it, because you are here to create. And creation comes from a nourished place. You cannot create if your cup is empty. You cannot create if you are not nourishing yourself. I have hummingbirds flying all around me right now. If this video did inspire you in some way and you want to see more content like this, you can subscribe right here. I do my best to post videos every Wednesday/Thursday. And if you want to watch last week's video, you can check it out right here. All right, much love to you, my friends.